Greetings to you today, and today is Monday, first day of the working week, but we began the week yesterday, the Lord's Day. When the Lord's legislature, the Lord's parliament gathers for God's business in the house of the Lord, and everyone brings their gift and call, their pressures and pleasures to the house of the Lord, and the Lord begins to stretch it out for them how the week will go. We want to receive it in the house of the Lord. That's why every Christian should report for duty to the house of the Lord. So yesterday's great blessing was this, that God signed up the young people with His fire. There was such a signature of the Lord for a season like this, when everyone is troubled about COVID. This is what the Lord said: "For I am forming a junior Joseph brigade." This is so intense that we decided to call a launch meeting for a Junior Joseph Brigade this coming Saturday at 4 p.m. in our Brookside house, number 374 Leslie Rangala Mamatabur. And if you want any details about it, you know our WhatsApp number, +94 77 49 59 214. So this was so intense that when a wall comes up, like COVID, like post-COVID economy, the Lord causes His young Josephs to grow tall and beat the wall. So that's the slogan. So when a wall comes up to your branches, to your growth, so you don't go hit your head on the wall. You don't do retract, recede, and retire hurt. No. You say, I grow tall. I take this as an opportunity to grow towards the Lord, and then you grow another branch over the wall, and who knows, it might be the most fruitful branch ever. So some of our company people have had vast opportunities of finances coming right at this COVID time. Not only that they survived the COVID, but they did better than non-COVID times. How can that be? That is because the Lord is El Shaddai. So on Sunday, every Christian makes a secret place of the Most High. It's simple Psalm 91:1 dynamics. Every Christian makes a secret place of the Most High. And then the shadow of El Shaddai, the all-sufficiency of God, begins to spread all that He is concerned with, all under His hand. His family, His children, their future, their marriages, their education, and His health, their health, and also any part of work that is under your jurisdiction. So what do we practice on Sunday? Corporately we come together to make the secret place of the Most High, the intimate place of the Most High. And some of us are good at worship and leading, and we give ourselves, we pour ourselves out as a drink offering. The intimate place is made with God, our heart, trust and tryst, and then He extends the shadow of the Almighty over all our city, over all our workplaces. So Sunday is such a authority-giving activity. And in the secret place of the Most High, we receive the Urim and the Thummim. Dad at the house, mom, and for the business at hand, for the workplace, Urim and Thummim. Urim is wisdom, Thummim is authority. The Hebrew connotation is that which perfects, that which makes straight, that which gets it done right. Urim is wisdom or light, and the Thummim is perfection or getting it right. It's a God thing, and all that comes to us as we are worshipping the Lord, as we are hearing the word of the Lord. Maybe even a prophecy may come, a word of knowledge would come. So this happened yesterday. And also it was a special sign-up for young people that they would have a kairos, rhema word in a kairos time, and a God-made space. Sounds a little like Einstein's equation. A kairos word in a rhema time and the opportune space. Now it's a mix of metaphor. Opportunity has to do with what? Opportunity is time and placement. Did you get that? So there is really hovering in the air a flame that we can harness for our young people. And we are earnestly looking at teens and 20s, what God will do through them. Who knows at this time? Gideon was in his 20s. At the worst of time, God did the best of things for Gideon. There's a slogan. At the worst of time, God did the best of things. Then of course for Joseph, at the age of 17, he's exiled. But it was God who sent him before the famine came. And he became not only the nation builder for Pharaoh, the Egypt, but he became the nation builder, 11th in the family. He was instrumental in getting the nascent Israel, the 12 tribes or the 12 brothers, and that also came into a safe place where they grew much in the first 30 years with favor. Next 400 years, even without Pharaoh favoring, God favored them, and they were a mighty force in those 430 years. They were ready to come back, and on that night of return of the Exodus, God also gave the treasures of Egypt to them. So, this is the story, that this is the time God is signing off for God's youth, for your kids, your next generation. He's signing off with fire. So fire, fire has the understanding of it's a quick thing. Be in it. Don't lose it. Be there in the intensity. This is my advice for our generation and the 40 generation to get the teens, 20s and 25s moving. God has a kairos, rhema word, kairos time, and opportune space which involves their placement in life. So that's how we went, and I want to look at Psalm 50 for this. The mighty one, God the Lord has spoken. So this is El Gibor, the champion one. So when you have this mighty, it's Gibor, the mighty. So this comes off and on when God is into championing something. How do you like that? So I sensed it from the Lord. He is going to champion all our teens and 20s. But this is a quick time, post-COVID time. World is like quicksand, economy is like quicksand, politics is like quicksand. But there is a rock that never changes. The rock of, the eternal rock, the rock of all ages. He's the mighty one. He's championing something. God the Lord has spoken and summoned the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting. Summons. So earth better listen. Christian better listen. He's summoning. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty God has shone forth. So you get that perfection, that is the Tumim, and of course Urim, out of Zion, God's people, God's house. What God is building is Zion, the living stones of Zion, God's people. He is shining forth. So don't think COVID time is dark time. There's a certain darkness in it. Man-made viruses, pandemics and vaccines. People are getting ready to put chips and observe everybody. It looks like Antichrist is around the corner. But Jesus Christ is first. And God is still looking for champions. He's championing champions. Yes, you can't champion other fellows. You champion champions. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the same Urim, the Tumim, the perfecting hand of God, He is getting ready for a work God has shined forth. Me, our God, come and not keep silence, says. Fire devours before Him and it is very tempestuous around Him. He summons the heavens above and the earth, yes. So God is summoning and He's bringing the scepter of His might and the staff of His splendor. It's a wonderful combination that God brings to pass, the scepter of His might and the staff of His splendor. How wonderful that would be. Gather my godly ones to me. This is a time like that. Gather my godly ones. God is looking for His godly ones. This Psalm 50 verse 5 summons is going out. Those who make a covenant with me by sacrifice. Beloved, this is the time when God is gathering. Get caught into His embrace. No fear, no grief. God is gathering and is gathering us into a close huddle, if you may, gathering us into a tightly knit command unit, you know what I mean? To send His blessings intensely. You understand, when God is gathering, let your feet quicken up, please. Don't be slack and lackadaisical. Hear it, God is gathering. Verse 5, gather my godly ones to me, those who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, because judgment is coming. So for God's people, it's a time of bright, shining light, but it's an intense light that is narrowing. Initially, it will cast its light upon everybody for them to see and come running to the altar call. But as the light gets intense, darkness is also getting intense. This is a sad thing. So tell your friends, oikos, colleagues, school friends, neighbors, loved ones, your boss, everybody. Tell them while they can still see the light shining in Zion. That's you. Because the time is coming. This is a spiritual phenomenon. When the light gets intense, people will not want to see. Now do you understand the mystery of the blindness of Israel? Christ came, their Messiah, they were waiting and they didn't see. None are so blind as those who refuse to see. A time like that is coming. Before that, the Lord is shining a great light through you. He is shining through Zion. Psalm 50 verse 2, and then He's gathering His godly ones, which means there'll be a new crop of people who have never considered God, but now in this exigency, when COVID things are becoming difficult, heads of state may say, we need God. Heads of companies may say, we need God. You get the point? Many are coming in at this time because they can sense. So it is by the, and God gives His sovereignty. He speaks with His sovereignty that the might of His, the scepter of His might and the staff of His splendor will be working in our life. This is God's promise for us. God bless you and keep you. So there were one more release. Let me. So this weekend there was a release of the 5 high fives. Healthy high five. Again, healthy high five. Healthy relationships, healthy emotions, healthy physique, healthy finances, and healthy habits. That includes sleep and all that. So the Lord will give an anointing for this kind of health. Remember the 5 things. If you want the slide or the thing we did for projection, send me a WhatsApp number +94 77 49 59 214. So every midday we take a prophetic unction, because these are the days of Elijah. These are the days the Lord is speaking. So when you say these are the days of Elijah, it's a limited time. That's the thing, it's a limited time. It's a time of a fire. Fire doesn't burn forever. I have already said it. It's a time of the intense. It's a time of a light shining, which others can see and come, because God is gathering up. So when God is gathering up, it's good for His own. I'll read it again. Psalm 50, that God is gathering up, and the heavens declare His righteousness. For God Himself is judge. Gather my godly ones to me, those who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So what happens to the others who don't make this covenant, who are saying, who are not agreeing to God is God, God is wise, God is the great good shepherd? And what about those people who are sluggish? They are saying, no, there's some more time in the world. No, God is saying, no, I am gathering my godly ones, please hear Him. He knows. God is the timekeeper. So He must be sensing that the 11th hour has come, and there's 11th hour harvest in souls, in finances. We are entering into both of them. God bless you. We'll meet again.